Hello and welcome back, or thank you for joining us if this is your first time listening to our podcast. This is episode 39, and today I'm quite excited actually. We're going to talk about Veronica and Spin Idea's new program called the Marketing Accelerator. So I feel like Veronica has her chance to sit in the hot seat, and we're going to talk about
One more time.
uh, what the program is, why she built it, what it's about, who it's for, etc. So I get to be in my most comfortable, natural position, which is asking questions. And Veronica, you get to tell us all about the program. So first, hello, how are you? What's happening?
Hey, Gillian, I'm good. What can I say? Enjoying this typical Dutch weather morning
Yeah, I know.
with
We're both.
rain.
I know. We're both having hair days too. It's like, oh boy,
Yes.
yeah, it happens. Yeah.
When you
Anyway.
walk your dog in the rain, like everything can happen with your hair.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
control.
And it happens. It
Just
happens.
accept it and move on.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, so marketing accelerator program. So, can we start off? I'm interested in what the genesis of it was. Like, where did the idea come from? Like, how did it come to be?
Oh, was quite a long process actually, because initially wasn't a marketing accelerator. Initially
Mm,
was a service I was offering to small clients. So maybe I should start. Everyone knows what I'm doing, but maybe they don't know my audience. So I do have a lot of solopreneurs or startups or businesses that have up to 5 employees, so very small businesses.
mhm,
They have some budget, but not a lot of budget, and they tend to do everything alone. And then I have
mhm,
bigger clients where we basically go and take over their marketing department, so specific parts of it, and work with their marketing department. So now I'm going to focus on the first audience I just described, the solopreneurs or coaches or freelancers or like sol basically the ZZPers, the typical ZZPers or very small companies. So we do have quite a lot of this type of people, especially in our online networking with the spin events. And I was thinking, what can I offer them? Because clearly they can't afford to pay us to do everything. And it's not only us, they can't afford to pay someone to do that because the prices are higher, of course.
mhm,
So initially, I think it was in 2000, even 17 or 18, after launching the business, where I launched a program called Marketing Buddy. So basically, I
mm,
was working with entrepreneurs on one-on-ones and I was guiding them. It was, I'm going to use the word coaching, but it wasn't coaching because I wasn't coaching them. I was actually telling them what to do. It was more
mhm,
like consulting, advising,
mhm,
and I was trying to make it as accessible as possible to them. I think the initial asking price when I launched it was 250 euros for a one-on-one with me and access to me with via email and WhatsApp all the time. And then I realized
mhm.
it's not sustainable because
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna even list all the reasons because there are
Yeah.
tons of reasons. So I had to stop that one. And actually was my bestseller, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
But I was exhausted and I didn't have time for anything. And of course, people are going to want more and more and more, and perfectly understandable. So I did increase the price, but still it wasn't sustainable on long term. So I was like, how can I get this one and put it in a structure, in a way, in something to still provide the value and help them? And then we tried the 6 months program, very complex one that I realized no one is willing to actually stay 3 months, 6 months to do it. And then we kept on thinking about, actually, I dropped it afterwards because I didn't have the mind space to think about it. And I
Mhm,
was
mhm,
organizing base conference and different other things. And 1 year ago, I came across some of the materials and I was thinking, what can I do? How can I make
mhm,
it actually interesting? And looking at what happened and how I work with other clients and what do they need, I reinvented the program. So actually,
mhm,
what is left from the program is the core of it, the
mhm,
audience. Um, we still kept the main, like my purpose was to have the small entrepreneurs, so that is still there,
mhm,
and the methodology. because
Mhm.
it's based on the spin methodology, but the rest, everything was changed.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I will say that's the genesis, but it's kind of very, very different. So what we did now, basically, I sat down and I was thinking with my team, and I was thinking, what do they need? And of course, they need to understand who they are, the audience. They need to choose their tactics. They need to understand sales. They need to understand paid advertisement, marketing, PR, all of these, and strategic partnerships, people that can help them grow.
Mhm.
And we put all of this in a package. So
Mhm.
it's a 6 weeks program. We work in small cohorts, like 6 to 8 people. So I can actually have enough time and energy to provide
Mm.
that
Hmm.
attention. And
Mhm.
we start with some theory and what they need to do. They go implement, they have access to me. So they have 6 or 8 hours of one-on-one with me that they can use for a longer period, not only the accelerator. And then we're going to tap into the power of the cohort, because when I'm explaining
Mhm.
to someone, everyone
Mhm.
is learning, and we're going to start creating
Mm.
partnerships or understanding, and we make the connections. And of course
Mm.
they will have access to my network, so we're going to actively look how can we make this happen, how can we
Mm.
help them. um, and I will put, actually, I'm going to dedicate a week also to the sales, like proper sales, because especially these small companies, they don't know how to do sales. So
Mm.
what
Mhm.
should you structure that email, to whom should you write, and how to do it? So you have the marketing funnels, but also the sales funnels, and how these two work together and how to
Mhm.
structure them.
Wow. Wow. So all of those kind of categories that you talked about are structured over the course of the 6-week program.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Okay. And then what happens at the conclusion of the 6 weeks?
They will have, first of all, they will have clarity. They will stop
Okay.
wondering, what the heck should I do? They will have a plan for 1 year with what they need
Mhm.
to do per day to achieve their goals, a very clear understanding of the partnerships, and also criteria to see, when an opportunity comes towards them, should I take it or not? Because
Mhm. Mhm.
sometimes actually it doesn't make sense to do that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Understanding of their budgets, understanding of their team, with whom they should work, with whom they shouldn't work.
Mhm.
And also they will already start implementing, because it's not theory. We both know it's not about the theory, it's actually the practice that you need to do.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we'll
Right.
start implementing. uh, I said we choose the tools, and they will start going ahead and doing everything. And
Hmm.
hopefully also a sell, or definitely the sales process with at least one prospect started, if not more.
Mhm. Interesting. So it's fascinating. I'm curious also, how do you, hmm, what is your role versus how is your team incorporated into this program, either in the delivery or in the support or in some other capacity? So what's the role
I'm
between, or the difference between your role and your team?
I'm the main. I'm It's my concept, so I will be the one teaching it, if you want, or being there guiding them. And my team
Hmm.
supports me in creating the materials, in making them nice, in um, all the more techie part of it.
Yeah. 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 Okay. And then are you doing, is it all like a recurring meeting per week, like an online Zoom
Yes.
group kind of thing, or some, and then like homework or activities and exercises and like supporting work
So
to
we
supplement it?
we do meet once a week,
Hmm.
and I will make it on Monday, because I do
Hmm.
want to have it. For this to work, you need to take it seriously, and
Yeah.
for you to take it seriously, that means you need to treat it as a business activity. So we're gonna start
Right.
Monday, and you know what you need to do. We discuss what you discovered and what you did, and
Hmm.
then you start implementing. So you do your homework during the week. Of course, will not be the entire week you need to work on this one. Don't get
Yeah.
scared, because you'll
Yeah.
still be able to run your normal business, but you do
Hmm.
need to put effort. And then we meet again Monday. We analyze what you did. We answer questions, because I know there will be questions. There are always questions. We give examples. We During the
Hmm.
week you're still gonna receive materials, and then we'll move to the next step, because
Hmm.
there's it's like a circuit, you need to go to A to
Mm,
get to B to get to C and to move forward.
mm-hmm.
So you
Sure,
can't really
sure.
have one without the other.
Yeah.
Um, so we do have consistency, and you do need to allocate time per week, and it's up to you if you prefer to um, work a little bit each day, or if you work better, you allocate half a day to do everything, or that's very personal. But you do need, the whole idea in these 6 weeks is also for you to create a habit, because you'll know
Mm.
what you need to do. And we kept on talking about this during this podcast.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's a habit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like any diet. You have 6 weeks, right? Until you get
Mm-hmm.
the sugar out of your body, or you
Mm-hmm.
start
Or
implementing the
or
fat.
get to the gym regularly.
Or that, yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you do need that consistency. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things that we aim to achieve with this. Because if you keep on doing it, it's not so daunting anymore. You know what you
Mm-hmm.
do. And when you look at your calendar and you see, oh, today I need to do this particular activity for my marketing. So you're already going to have that, because we're going to create that during
Mm, that's
the
great.
program.
So they
So
have this the
you have
structure
no,
and then knowing what to do. So it's
exactly,
building
you have
all
no
of that.
excuse.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And the beauty is, next year you can take it and apply the same thing and do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's great. Now you said it's a 6 week program, so there's cohorts in 6 weeks. Are you
Yes.
then doing like a week off in between or a couple weeks off in between? And how are you handling that? And then I'm also curious about the scheduling. So is
In between
there
the cohorts, you mean?
yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, the time between the cohorts, is that predetermined? And
Yes.
the reason I'm asking also is, yes, if somebody is, hearing this episode, for example, and they're interested in it, but they know that the next quarter is they're going to be traveling or they've got some other thing going on, but they would like to do it like in the fall or something else. Is there
It's
an
already,
opportunity for people to like sign up or register
yeah.
for different cohorts?
We already have announced one in September and in October. Now we need to see a little bit if we want to keep it every other month or every
Mm.
3 months. We are
Mhm.
still, hey, we just
Yeah,
launched it. We are still
yeah.
defining what was the best. And we do have a base conference in between. So it's very possible the October to actually move it to November because of that.
Mhm,
But we do
mhm.
have one starting. So every 2 months and a half, we're going to have a cohort.
Okay, a new one starting. Okay,
Yes.
super. All right, let me think. So, what have I not asked you about so far, or what other part of the program are you excited about, or uh, yeah, what did I not ask you?
Oh, that's hard. Um, the most excited I'm about the meetings, because I do know the magic
Mm,
happens when we are in the meeting. And
mm,
so you do your homework and we talk about it, and then you'll have the aha moment or the spark moment, or
mhm,
how you want to call it. And so why I'm structuring it like that, and it is online via Zoom, is because of and of course we're going to have the accountability groups and everything to make sure you're doing it. But why I'm so excited about this online part is, so I run a lot of workshops for different scale ups and for different incubators and accelerators. So I do know the growth, the big peak is happening when you're in a cohort and you are
yeah,
just learning, oh, this is how you did it, or
yeah,
this is how you applied that one. And you are just getting different perspectives and different ideas. And it's
mhm,
nice to work on one-on-one, and there are different accounts, but for the small ones, especially when you're growing, then
mhm,
is when the creativity comes into place, and you have, oh, but I could do that, and I could speak with that person, and you turn things around, and you're just, I love that magic when people
mm,
get inspired and become
yeah,
creative, and they come up with crazy, fantastic ideas. And that's
mm,
actually the whole thing, because how can you stand up when you're a small company and you don't have a big budget or almost an existing budget? It's actually by being creative and being you.
right,
And this
right,
is what I believe in, and what the spin methodology is all about. Like, let's find what makes you special, and let's create around that. And
mm,
this is what we're going to discover. And you can discover that not by going and copying, but by being inspired and also by discovering, oh, but I have this, listening to other people's stories and what they do and how they apply the same principle.
Hmm.
It's like a new world is opening for you. And
Mm.
that's the most exciting part in my perspective.
Yeah, it sounds really great. It's a great experience because it's not just what you're teaching them, but it's also the tools and the frameworks and the materials that go with it, as well as being able to participate in, share with, and learn from this cohort, building these relationships. And I feel like that is a really great combination because they're getting it in different formats. It's a great opportunity for people to build relationships and kind of grow their business and learn all at the same time. So it sounds really great.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
very excited about it. And I did
Yeah.
work a lot on it. So let's see.
All right. So I feel like if you already talked quite a bit about who this is ideal for. So anybody that's listening, if you're interested, if you're a coach or a consultant or a solopreneur, have a small business, and you can use some support around marketing and sales. You talked also about sales.
Yes, it's
Seems
integrated
like
part. Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like that might be a good opportunity to check out the Marketing Accelerator and see what availability there is in the upcoming cohorts. So we'll be sure to put that link right in the show notes so people
Yeah.
can click on it and learn more.
And everything starts with a call with me. So we're gonna have a call and see if the program fits you and if it's what you need. So don't be scared. Don't um it's not like you go and you start committing. Let's have a call.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then because I do need to make sure everyone is fitting. So
Yes, that's a good idea. That's a good point.
exactly.
All right. So I wish you continued success with the Marketing Accelerator program. And
Thank you.
yeah, I'll be excited to hear how it goes and the results and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm happy we got to talk about this today. So congrats. And I remember when you were talking about it, I don't know which episode, but like way back when. And now here it is. It's not only launched, it's actually rolling. So congrats to you for seeing that all the way through.
Thank you. We are about to launch the first cohort, so very exciting.
Yeah, it's great. All
Thank you so
right.
much.
So yeah, we'll see everyone next time. Cheers.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye.